Hello. One thing that you will be doing a lot in your vegetable gardens at this time of the year is clearing out summer crops and replacing them with winter crops. Now, in this case, we had an interplanting of borlotti beans and chard. You can see it here, borlotti beans climbing up and chard on the side. In this case, taking a lot of the sun, so they're actually loving it now that it's cooler. Whereas over here we had the same thing. Now it's been removed, the trellis has been removed, but we had the same thing, just mirror reflection, so just inverted, with on the northern side the chard and in the middle the borlotti beans. So this chard was in the shade, which was amazing during the summer, so it produced a lot more during the summer, and now it's struggling a little bit because obviously it gets shaded out. But it's not going to be a problem because this trellis will come down in a day or two. So we want to replace the beans with something else. First of all, look at the soil. I haven't added any compost, and this is just how the beans left the soil, full of roots, obviously. So what I did is I removed the trellis, I cut the plants right underneath the surface level, so that the roots remained in, but the top of the plants came off. And now the second thing, which is very important if you're going to plant things alongside an established plant, you have to strategically prune your established plant. So if I were to put, I'm going to put pak choys in here. Flavia's just getting them ready. If we put the pak choys in here alongside a very vigorous plant that has got roots all over the place, so the roots of chard are very long, this pak choys will never do well, and they'll go yellow and very weak because they're too close to a big plant. So the way to buffer that effect, to moderate that effect, is to prune these very heavily, and we've done that. We've removed a lot of leaves, left just a few in the middle, and we'll harvest actually most of these bigger ones tomorrow. So these plants will remain very, very vegetative, very juvenile, even though they're quite old, but we'll leave only the younger plants. So the best part of the plant is in its juvenile phase. When you do that, a lot of the roots self-prune. A lot of the roots that are around the plant will just self-prune and become food for microbes. So rather than have a competition effect, you will get a collaboration effect, a synergistic effect. So when you plant things near the roots of these guys, you get some positive effect, because these guys will be a home for the biology, for the microbes, and when they self-prune their roots in response to the pruning that you've done of the tops of the canopy, those roots and those microbes will be available for the pak choys. And so that's very good practice whenever you're going to plant small plants next to big plants. Do prune very heavily as you can. In this case, pruning is also harvesting, so it's quite convenient to do that to your established plants before you put the new ones.